and I still eat spaghetti. Boston Richey. Understand me? Now I'm finna watch this nigga done beat up his girlfriend or his pregnant girlfriend and shit. So, and he in a fit strangled. Hold on.
Sean and Blueface set the standard for toxic relationships.
Damn, bro, why she look like
set
that?
the standard
Like,
for toxic relationships.
Krishan pretty, but she look fucked up right here.
28-year-old Boston Richey and his 19-year-old girlfriend are following close behind. On March 31st, the 19-year-old girlfriend. 28-year-old Boston Richey and his 19-year-old
19? That bitch is a year younger than me, and he has 8 years on me. Petter
girlfriend are following close behind. On March 31st, a criminal complaint would be filed out of Harris County, Texas, stating Houston police responded to a call at 3:30 a.m. regarding an assault with an unknown weapon at the Marriott Hotel downtown. 19-year-old Tatiana Chanel would speak with Houston police, stating between 8 and 10:30 p.m., her and her boyfriend Jalen Foster, aka Boston Richey, who've been dating roughly 1 to 2 years, were at a night.
Roughly 1 to 2 years. He's 28. She's 19. 2 years ago, she was 17. Excuse me. Look, I know the age of consent is 13. I mean, whoa. I know the age of consent is 16. But you can only go 3 years younger. So, like, I'm 20, 17. But she got to be 17, out of school, and grown. And then, even then, that's like, that's still, like, you know? Like, that's still, you know, like that shit. Yeah, I don't know, but that shit weird.
Nightclub named Sakai for an event. That's when Richey grabbed her phone from her hands and began arguing with her, later taking her other phone.
The Helion. Oh. What the hell, Burton?
What the hell, Burton?
That's Shorty?
What the hell, LeBron James?
That's a little young joint?
Tatiana girl? Ooh. Don't get clips.
Okay. Nigga 30 years, he 30 years old, finna beat up a teenager. Like, for real.
Yeah, what the hell, Burton?
What the hell, Burton?
What the Helion?
What the Helion? What the Helion?
What the heli?
What the heli? What the hell, LeBron James?
No.
Yeah, don't record that.
Yeah.
She told officers her and Richey took 2 separate vehicles to the event, and when they arrived, she asked for her phone back from the vehicle. When she got out, she claimed Richey exited his vehicle and pushed her into the second row within the vehicle. He then began choking her for approximately 6 to 10 seconds and choked her approximately 20 times within 2 hours.
Bro, what is wrong with niggas, bro? I'm telling you, it be these rapper niggas, bro. These rapper niggas just be tripping. Like, they get all this power and money and just think they could just, I'm not gonna say that word because I don't know if I can say it on YouTube, but it's just they think they can just do whatever it is under the sun to anybody. You better watch
She told officers that Richey pushed her to the floor of the vehicle twice, using his knee and body weight on her neck.
And he fat, bro. I know that shit hurt, bro. Imagine a fat nigga on your body, G, and you a 19-year-old. He 37. No, I'm
stop her breathing. During the strangulation, she stated she believed she lost consciousness, felt dizzy, lightheaded, tense, weak, and she threw up twice. She told officers she felt as though she was going to die, and claimed Boston Richey told her, "If you call the police, I might as well kill you." When she
what the fuck? That's how you know this nigga's not no criminal or no nothing in life. Cause who the fuck says some stupid dumb shit like that? Bro.
What? Trying to get out of the vehicle, Richey told her she couldn't, as 2 others sat and watched everything happen. It wasn't until a mutual friend of theirs got in and prevented him from continuing the assault. It wasn't until her she couldn't, as 2 others sat and watched everything happen. It wasn't until a mutual friend of theirs.
So you telling me right now that nobody ain't never just yanked one of these motherfuckers? Like, come on, gang. Maybe I'm just too from the trenches, but like, Come on, gang. Like,
got in and prevented him from continuing the assault.
put
And
that
he
bitch to his
finally
face,
stopped.
nigga.
Tatiana would finish her statement by telling officers she's 4 to 8 weeks
Damn, she bad too. On a dead homie. What the
pregnant,
fuck?
and that Richey was aware. Tatiana would claim Richey choked her previously and provided pictures to police of her
Damn. Nigga really done beat the bitch up and shit. What the fuck? I ain't gonna lie, bro. Niggas like this need to be prosecuted.
injuries. She'd identify
Man, I don't
Richey
even
by
put
his
jail on
ID
niggas.
photo and stated she wanted to press charges.
Press them charges,
Now, this
baby.
criminal complaint would make its rounds through social media, as would photos of Tatiana's neck, and this wasn't the first time the couple had the blog's attention. Back in January, she'd post to social media saying Richey
This man paid off my whole year rent, consistently cleans the house for me, grocery shops for me, and currently is cooking breakfast. Look, this nigga was playing the role to get look, you play the role to get all the way to level 10, right? But he playing level 10 with legendary armor, legendary weapons, and he got all the elixirs and everything. This nigga's cheating. You feel me? You catch my drift, right? So then when he gets to level 20, he can't play level 20. You know why? Because he been cheating. He don't know how to play level 20. He not really a gamer. You catch my drift, right? Catch my drift. She thought, look, level 10 boss. She thought he was raw as shit. Then she gets to level 20. This nigga still level 10. Come on, bro. Y'all not
paid
catching
off
my
a whole
drift.
year
folks.
of rent,
You're not catching
consistently
my drift.
cleans her house, grocery shops for her, and makes her breakfast. This comes only 3 months after Tati went viral for this picture with Lil TJ, but Richey has opened
Boston, you say no chicken on my 18-year-old. 18! He has 10 years.
admitted to tricking and has made it a part of his persona to pay for love, and it's believed he does so to cater to his female fans. But if we rewind back to January of 2024, that's where things get weird. Tatiana would post
He ugly as
pictures
shit.
with the last slide showing a cake that read legal. Rumors had previously come out stating Boston Richey was dating
26 years, I've been just turned 18, and he's been fucking with her way before she turned legal. So yes, he's a pedophile. That's what I'm saying. You gotta be 3 years, and like that's what I'm saying. When you turn 21, you can't fuck with nobody under 18. Like, and that's just my view on it, I guess. But when you turn 21, you can't fuck with nobody under 18. Like, so, like, come on, bro.
a minor, and this post would seemingly confirm she just turned 18. As the blog started going against Richey,
Damn, wait,
going
hold
as far as
on.
showing old story posts of Tati from when she would have been 17, Richey would respond to the accusations.
This my bro, she 18. This girl 23. You gonna say what up?
Hey y'all,
Hey y'all, are you still beefing?
look,
Motherfucker hard. You still beefing? You beefing? I know.
no,
Okay.
That nigga look like a controlling ass nigga. Like, she don't even look comfortable. Bitch look tense as fuck. Like, she finna, you know? I don't know. That nigga just look like a weirdo.
Check your ass up online.
Now, Richey would claim she wasn't 18, but in fact 23. Later in November
Bad.
of 2024, during an interview with Bootleg
Did
Kev,
it.
when asked about dating an 18-year-old, Richey would confirm it happened.
Help me understand. I'm not all the way hip to all the gossip of your personal life.
Right.
But you were dating like an 18-year-old chick, right?
Yeah.
You guys broke up.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the big deal? You're a kid. You're like 23 years old, right?
Nah.
How old are you?
But I don't know. It really wasn't no big deal. It's just motherfuckers.
But people were like,
You're like 23 years old. You see how the threshold, he even bumped that bitch up a few years? Because he like, yeah, ain't no way this nigga 37 fucking with us, you know? That nigga, man.
Making a big deal
I
that
ain't
you're
gonna
dating an
lie. This
18-year-old?
nigga's,
Yeah.
hold on, look. You know how you go to high school and you in school, right? And you see a nigga pick your bitch up in the car. You thinking, how the fuck? What school this nigga go to? Come to find out, this nigga's 30. Yes, you're competing with 30-year-olds at 16, nigga. 17, nigga, 18, nigga. Yes, the nigga's 30. Job, house, car, money, rapper. You competing, nigga. Get in the game. Come on, lace your cleats up. Put your nigga get in the ha. Come on, I'm high. My fault.
But it really wasn't nothing like.
but how old are you?
27.
I mean, you know, fuck.
But let's be clear and be fair. No criminal investigation has gone public at any time, and no proof of Richey doing anything with a minor has been brought up or used against him, even by Tatiana. These are all just examples of a relationship gone viral for all of the wrong reasons, and it gets worse. Because of the incident in Houston, Boston Richey was charged with felony assault by impeding breathing. A third-degree felony under Texas law, this charge alone can carry...
What's impeding breathing? Hold on. You know me, 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 you know me. Let's look this shit up real quick. You know what I'm saying? Ah, okay. So it's intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly causing bodily injury to another, including person's spouse. Intentionally or knowingly threatens another with intimate bodily injury, including a person's spouse. He's a dumb bitch.
10 years in state prison, but it still gets worse. Back in 2023, Boston Richey was indicted by the feds on charges of distributing more than 100 kilos of marijuana, possessing 12 firearms, including a Glock with a switch, and possessing those firearms in furtherance of drug trafficking.
Bro, I've never understood how niggas get caught so with they dick in their hand, bro. How you get caught pissing in the alley? Like, what the fuck? Yo, bro, let's say that again.
From now, 100 kilo 23, Boston Richey was indicted by the feds on charges of distributing more than 100 kilos of marijuana, possessing 12 firearms, including a Glock with a switch, and possessing those firearms in furtherance of drug trafficking.
How do you get caught with your dick in your hand like that? Man.
From now until then, Richey has been out on pretrial release, the federal version of bond, and a major stipulation of that pretrial release was obviously not getting arrested. On April 14th, federal prosecutors would file an order revoking release, stating Richey violated his release conditions. He was required to refrain from committing any new offenses, reside in his approved residence, and not travel beyond the Northern District of Florida unless he obtained permission. On the day of the assault, Richey did not have any shows booked and was not approved to be out of state. So not only did he violate by leaving without permission, he caught a new felony by strangling his pregnant girlfriend. A federal warrant for arrest was issued on April 8th, and according to the order revoking release, U.S. Marshals attempted to track Richey's tour dates, which indicated he should have been in Vegas on April 12th, but he was a no-show. Marshals were unable to locate him for a week before he finally surrendered himself to the feds. Federal prosecutors are now going to use all of this as reasoning to why Boston Richey should not be granted another pretrial release until he goes to trial for his current Fed case. This will put a pause on all shows.
So wait, so basically this nigga is just cooked. Basically, hold on, so look, this will happen, right? They threw this nigga in the pot. He climbed out the pot, walked away from the stove. Then he was running away from the stove. Then some way, somehow, he ran back into the stove. Boom, fell on the ground. Tried to get up and run from the stove. He thought he was running the whole time. He climbed back in the pot. Then he turned the burner on and threw water in there and just started cooking himself. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Bro, what the fuck? Pre-trial release, you can't leave the state, nor can you catch charges. Yo dumbass, leave the state unapproved and catch another charge.
And his ability to earn more money by performing to fight the case. Now, in Richey's defense, QC Media would post alleged screenshots.
Bro, fucking sirens, man.
Claiming Tatiana was willing to drop the lawsuit if he pays her $100,000. Allegedly, she'd say the warrant was already out, but she won't testify, press charges, or continue to cooperate as long as the wire is received. She then allegedly claimed the state of Texas will drop the charges if she doesn't plan on testifying. Comments under the post would go crazy as someone
Bro,
as far
getting
as saying
extorted-
Boston
teenager.
Richey's getting extorted by a teenager,
Bro.
along with saying
but that's ain't that
it's witness tampering, which is
fuck. Boston and Richey.
interesting. Nobody knows if the texts were actually her, but if it was and Richey posted them, it poses the question, could she be charged with extortion? Or could he be charged with an additional felony for trying to bribe a witness? It's just an added twist to an already spiraling relationship. If kept within federal custody, Boston Richey will miss the birth of his child with Tatiana if she's actually pregnant. But we'll just have to wait and see how this case progresses. Now, just to touch on that last bit of information, her saying she'll drop the lawsuit, this isn't a lawsuit, this is a criminal case. He's not getting sued, he has charges filed against him based off of her statement and the evidence that she gave, which includes the statement, as well as photographs and then the video of him snatching the phone. There's no video evidence of the strangulation or anything like that, right? But when you blatantly have someone saying, yeah, this is what happened, it doesn't look good. And I don't know if she realized it or not, but because she made these statements and he was charged, she just put him back in the feds because he was on pretrial release. He wasn't supposed to be in Houston, Texas. And then, you know, he caught a new felony case. So there's a good chance they're gonna try to keep him in the feds until his case is concluded, which could take however long. And because it's a Fed case, it could also come with prison time, right? Because NBA Youngboy is one of the very few people we know that's caught a Fed case
And beat that motherfucker.
and walked away with a super light sentence versus Pooh Shiesty, I believe, got like 5 years or more just for being a felon in possession of a firearm. Well, they're saying Richey possessed 12 firearms, possessed them in furtherance of
And
drug
he had a
trafficking,
button.
and, you know, was allegedly pushing over 100 keys of marijuana. So, you know, if Richey ends up getting 5 or more years, that means he'll be gone from now until then, until his release date. That's the move that she made, you know, filing this report. And then
Good,
she's
he a
getting
petty.
strangled. You can't really hold that against her, right? She's only 19 years old. And I mean, that in itself is another conversation because there's no evidence that he did anything crazy. Apparently, Tatiana's mom was like, why are y'all worried about my daughter? She's doing fine, when she was only 17. I don't know. It is what it is, right? Because
Look, but I'm gonna say this real quick, then I'm gonna get off this. I'm gonna get off the. I'm gonna end the recording. But bro, look, G, and when I say this, bro, I'm finna.
There's
this
nothing-
shit real. This shit really happened to people, bro. For real, for real. So look, bro, the parents matter. Your household matter. I know they say your zip code matter more than your household, but your household matter a lot. Cause nigga, if your mama saying it's okay, if you out here 17, 16, messing with people who 21, 22, 23, 30, 25, all that shit, right? And the mom is just okay in it, and the dad ain't there, and all this shit going on, it's just gonna be okay for the next motherfucker and the next motherfucker and the next motherfucker and the next motherfucker. Because you gotta think about it like this. Like that girl, she probably pregnant. That nigga finna go to jail. If that girl really is pregnant, she had that baby at 19 years old, right? At 19 years old to have a baby, she ain't even get to live life yet. Trust me, I know, because I had a baby at 17. So she ain't get to live life yet, bro. Like she did, but she didn't. Like she only 19. She can't go nowhere legally. She probably got in places that she ain't supposed to be. But she really can't do shit. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but she really can't do shit. She done seen shit, but she can't really do shit for real, for real. Like, I don't know, but she just not grown. And her mama okay in that shit, then she gonna okay it for her daughter and the next and the next and the next and the next. And the dad, 30 years old, fucking a teenager. So he not gonna give a fuck either. So like it's really just like a real fucked up predicament when you think about it. But bro, that's all for this one, my nigga. I ain't gonna lie, this kind of blew me away. He strangled a pregnant teenager. When you really put it in the broadest terms. 30-year-old man strangled a pregnant teenager.